Ray, you have the key? Yeah. Hold on, we'll open the door, 'cause I gotta go.
Here.
Get one.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Where's he at?
Okay, so then,
I'm gonna get him.
okay, can we get Mr. Is that Mr. Rowe right there?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Rowe, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear the testimony you're about to give me will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you. Put your hand down, Mr. Rowe. I'm going to ask you to speak up just a little bit louder, if you don't mind. I'm pulling up your paperwork right now. And I'm about to share my screen with you. Okay, do you see the screen, sir?
Yes, sir.
Is your name Charles Rowe?
Yes, sir.
Are you the same Charles Rowe who in this cause number 726254 who is charged with the offense of criminal trespass of property? Is that you?
Yes, sir.
This case is a Class B misdemeanor, and it's possible in this case that you can be punished anywhere from a minimum of 0 days in jail up to 6 months in jail. In addition, there's a fine possible anywhere from $0 to $2,000. Do you understand what you are charged with and what the possible punishment could be in your case?
Yes, sir.
I'm looking now at a document on my screen that's entitled Defendant's Consent to Plea by Video that you have signed and that your attorney signed. When you signed this document, you told me that it was okay to do this by video. We don't have to do this in open court. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
I'm now looking at a document entitled Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights. And you have signed it. Your attorney has signed it. Did you go over this document with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Yes, sir.
And did your attorney explain this document to you?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand it?
Yes, sir.
Are you a citizen of this country?
Yes, sir.
I'm now on my screen looking at a document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, and you have signed it and your attorney signed it. And when you signed this document, what you did was you told me, Judge, I understand that if my attorney makes a plea bargain agreement for me with the prosecutor, if you follow that plea bargain, I understand I will not have a right to appeal. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
So then, to the offense of criminal trespass, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Let
Let me do that again. The three choices: guilty, not guilty, or no contest.
No contest.
Okay, and you understand I can still find you guilty on a plea of no contest.
Yes, sir.
Okay, hold on. Let me type in something here. And has anybody forced you to enter this plea, sir?
Yes, sir.
Is that a no?
No. Yes,
And besides the plea bargain that your lawyer got for you, besides that, has anyone promised you anything in order to get you to do this?
no, sir.
And are you doing this then of your own free will?
Yes, sir.
Is there a plea bargain? Could I ask the state to please recite it if there is?
Yes, Your Honor, the agreement is for a $0 fine, court costs, 21 days in the Bexar County Jail, credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent, and we ask this judgment be satisfied.
Is that your understanding of the plea bargain, Mr. Cuellar?
It is, Your Honor.
Do you agree to this, Mr. Rowe?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Rowe, the court, having heard you plead no contest, on that plea, the court finds you guilty. I follow the plea bargain. I sentence you to a $0 fine plus court costs, 21 days in the Bexar County Jail. Whoa, that's wrong. Let's see. Give you credit for time served, the time and the money to run concurrent, and the judgment is satisfied. If this is the only case holding you, then you should be released sometime today. Can't tell you exactly when that'll be, but it should be sometime today, sir. Good luck to you. All right? Take care. And Mr. Cuellar, thank you. You can be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
I'm sorry,
You too.
my bad. Do I take them or?
Yeah, he's going downstairs. He's just going to the basement.
Okay, we do this.
Okay,
Okay,
now we have, Mr. Amir is ready, Judge, on Jeremy Miller.
Miller. Okay, and I got
Miller.
this, got it on my screen.
You may be first.
Get my, get it on my docket sheet. Pull it up. Okay. Mr. Miller, can you raise your right hand for me, sir? Do you swear the testimony you're about to give me will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Put your hand down. I'm about to share my screen with you. Do you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Is your name Jeremy Miller?
It is.
Are you the same Jerry Miller who in this cause number 726-322, who is charged with the offense of assault causing bodily injury? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
This case is a Class A misdemeanor, and it's possible in this case that you could be punished anywhere from a minimum of 0 days in jail up to 1 year in jail. In addition, there's a fine possible anywhere from $0 to $4,000. Do you understand what you're charged with and what the possible punishment could be in your case?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm looking at a document entitled Defendant's Consent to Plead by Video that you have signed and that your attorney signed. When you guys signed this document, you told me that it was okay to do this by video. We do not have to do this in open court. Is that right?
That is correct, Your Honor.
I'm now looking at a document that's entitled Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights, and you have signed it and your attorney has signed it. Did you go over this document with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Did your attorney explain this document to you?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a citizen of this country?
That is correct. Yes, sir.
I'm now looking at a document on my screen entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. You have signed it, your attorney signed it. And when you signed this document, what you did was you told me, Judge, I understand that if my attorney makes a plea bargain agreement for me with the prosecutor, if you follow that plea bargain, I understand I will not have a right to appeal. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
So then, to the offense of assault causing bodily injury, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
And you understand that on a plea of no contest, the court can still find you guilty.
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anybody forced you to do this?
No, sir.
Besides the plea bargain that your lawyer got for you, besides that, anyone promised you anything in order to get you to do this?
No, sir.
You're doing this of your own free will.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there a plea bargain? Could I ask the state to please recite it if there is?
Yes, Your Honor, the agreement is for a $450 fine, court costs, 12 months to Bear County Jail, probated over 1 year, 50 hours community service, an APSU course, a no contact order with Michelle Quell, spelled Quuehl, and Rebecca White.
Okay, I think, Mr. Memori, that you wanted to put something on the record on this before we go any further.
Judge, not at this point. No, we're good. If he's getting 12 months deferred probation, we're good then, Judge.
Actually, it's 12 months regular probation, not deferred.
Then I thought if it was regular probation, then I thought we had time served on this.
I have notes here that says the CW is not going to be okay with the JSAT, and I have that offer from the prosecutor in 11.
That's why I pled no contest.
Okay.
Do we
Well-
want to go back to a room with him, or what do you want to do, Mr. Memori?
Is there any way, Mr. Cabello, that we could get 12 months deferred?
No, I'm not going to go against what the prosecutor is saying. They're the ones who reviewed the case.
I'm supposed to be getting married to Rebecca White.
Okay, let me be quiet, Mr. Miller. Let me confer with my client, Judge.
Okay, I'm gonna stop this plea right now. I'm not gonna enter it. So we're just I'm gonna close out this paperwork and we'll bring it back up if we need to. Okay.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. Let me stop the share here. All right. Yes.
Just let you know, all the breakout rooms are filled. So
Okay. As soon as the breakout room opens, we'll put you back in with him, Mr. Memori. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, and then let me put Mr. Vinton still needs to talk to Mr. Caballero, so I'm moving them to room 6.
I don't anymore.
Oh, you got your offer, Mr. Vinton.
I do have the offer, and it's my understanding of what was offered initially.
Okay, got it. All right, then I'm gonna move you to room 7 until we get a breakout room. Please, go there. Kelly, you got an offer, right, Kelly? I'm gonna move you to room 7. James, Mr. Hunt, what are we doing, you said Davis is going back? Mr. Hunt,
I'm sorry, what was that?
you said, Isaiah Davis is going back?
Yeah. Yeah, we couldn't get anything worked out on that one.
So no agreement on Davis, right?
No agreement?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Hampton. You can be excused.
No, no,
Appreciate it.
He's got another
Oh,
case.
Oh,
yeah,
yes, another case? All right, never mind.
Yeah, I'm moving you to room, 7, Mr. Hunt, until I get you a breakout room. Just give me a moment. Yes, sir.
So do I send him back or hold on to him?
You're sending back Isaiah Davis, but Mr. Hunt has got Yanis.
Is that Giannis?
He's got Yanis, Francisco Yanis as well.
Yeah, he'll be next here in a minute.
Okay, just let me know.
Okay, remember, Mr. Memori needs to get back in with his client.
Yeah, yes, and I think Mr. Behrens is here. I thought he was here.
Okay.
Okay, I lost Mr. Behrens. Okay, very good then. Just give me a moment.
Do you have Michael Moore out there? CE 36. You picked him up? Oh,
Mr. Behrens is in room 2.
we got 2 Michael Moores. Okay. I think we got it mixed up. Thank you. I think it's right. Randolph, does it tell you who the prosecutor is that made that offer?
Felicia Stevens.
Who?
Felicia Stevens.
She's in County Court 11, right?
She was in 11, now she's in 8, but she made that when she was in 11.
Do you know why they changed it from the JSAT last week to this now?
I only have the notes that I have are on 2-8. She put that in her notes. And then I put that in the notes in JD. And then I have another note from James, our victim advocate, on 212 that says the CW is not okay with the JSAT. I don't have any JSAT offer in the notes.
Okay.
Do you know who gave you the JSAT offer? Amir, do you know who gave you the JSAT offer?
No, I don't. But I thought that's what we had last week. But because on the paperwork, I selected no application.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's what I have here. I don't know what happened last week.
Let me talk to him and see what's going on. Terry, is Miller still around, or did he go back and set?
No, we're waiting for a breakout room to open up for you, Mr. Memori. What we do is we have 3 breakout rooms, and they're all filled with other attorneys that came in while we thought we were taking your plea.
No, that's
and
right.
they're conferring with their clients. So we can't pull someone out of a breakout room when they're conferring. We have to wait for one of them to get ready on the plea. Once that person gets ready on the plea, we can pull your guy back in and have you talk to him. That's what's happening right now.
No, I understand. I was just wondering if they could bring him out here, stand him in the front of the camera, and let me explain to him what we're doing, and
No,
maybe
come here.
he'd be okay with it.
Well, we could do that, I guess.
Yeah.
Could we?
It's not.
Yeah.
There's
Alex.
nothing.
Judge, real quick.
Yeah.
Can you let Mr. Vincent know his client's here?
Mr. Who?
Mr. Vincent, Terry?
Vincent, got it. Yes, sir.
Okay, Miller, talk to your attorney.
I'm right here.
Okay, there he is.
Mr. Miller, real quick, you'll be on probation for 12 months, okay? But you'll get out today or tomorrow. Are you okay with that or not?
I'm all right. As long as I get out today, that's all that matters.
Okay, we can go forward then, Judge.
Okay. All right.
I'm sorry about
Let
that.
me,
That's my fault.
It's okay.
Let me pull up his paperwork again. Hold on.
Judge, one more time. Can you put Vincent at 3? Terry?
Oh, okay, Vincent Enter, got it.
Okay, I'm sharing the screen. Okay, Mr. Miller, we're in the middle of your plea. And you just pled no contest. I had not accepted the plea yet. And the DA was reciting a plea bargain in this case. And if I remember correctly, let me see if I can read my writing. He was recommending a $450 fine plus court costs, 12-month probation for 1 year, 50 hours of community service, no contact with Michelle. I didn't get that last name, Mr. Caballero.
It was Quell, spelled Queehl,
Okay. And anything else on that?
and Rebecca White.
And Rebecca White. But I thought he just stated he was going to get married to her.
I don't know about that. That's just what I have in my notes here.
All right. Well, it can't have a no contact order with someone who's about to get married. That'll violate the no contact order immediately.
I'm
Judge,
not,
I'll let her talk to the states and resolve that issue.
Okay. Then I'll keep that as part of the plea bargain then. All right. Anything else on the plea bargain, Mr. Caballero?
That's all, Your Honor.
Okay. So is that your understanding of the plea bargain, Mr. Mamori?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you agree to this then, Mr. Miller?
yes, sir. If I have to go to sober living house or whatever I need to do to stay out of trouble.
Well, now this is the deal, and I want to make sure you understand the deal. You're going to be on probation. That's going to mean you're going to have to report at least once a month to a probation officer. You got to stay out of trouble. You're going to have to pay a supervisory fee on the probation thing. You're going to have a fine that you're going to have to pay out during the course of your probation and court costs, and you're going to have to do 50 hours of community service.
I'm
You
willing,
understand all that?
I'm willing to do that. If that's what it takes to keep me out of trouble, I'll abide by it.
All right, then, sir, the court, having heard you plead no contest, on that plea, I accept your plea of no contest. I find you guilty. I sentence you to a $450 fine plus court costs. And Victoria, there's no yes button there. Can you just put plus court costs on your end of it?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. I'm going to sentence you to 12 months in the Bexar County Jail. However, I suspend that sentence. I place you on probation for 12 months, which is a year. I make it a condition of your probation that you do community service hours of 50 hours of community service. That you have no contact with initial Michelle. I'm just going to put initial M. Quell, Q U E H L, comma, and R for Rebecca White, WHITE. Miss White will have to talk to the DA about that other matter that we talked about.
She will. I want to apologize for what happened last week.
That's okay. You don't need to say anything more, sir. I'm going to put you on probation. On probation. That means you're going to have to talk to the probation officer. Is that right, Alex Valverde?
Yes, sir. If they can just
Okay.
hold them
That
for
we
me.
need to pull him off to the side. So you're going to have to wait around
Oh,
until a breakout room opens so that you can talk to the probation officer. Okay. And give him the minimum supervisory fee, whatever that court does for a minimum supervisory fee. All right.
I'll go see.
Victoria 35.
Okay. Good luck
Thank
to
you,
you,
sir.
sir. Mr. Mamori, thank you. Sorry
Yeah,
for the
thank
mess
you.
up. You can be excused. Thank you. What am I doing here?
Judge, we're ready on Brett Ring.
Okay, just give me 1 minute, sir. I'm finishing up paperwork on another case. Okay, and who is that? That's Mr. White, and you're ready on Mr. Ring.
That's right.
Okay, hold on. Okay, Mr. Ring has got two cases, Mr. White. Is he pleading on both, or is one being taken into consideration?
One is TIC.
Which one is being TIC'd, sir?
He's gonna,
He's gonna, oh, sorry, go
he's
ahead.
gonna plead on the criminal trespass and TIC the
Obstruction?
of a passageway or whatever.
Okay. And 49 is the paperwork I need to bring up. 1 minute. And is that correct, Mr. Caballero?
Yes, that is correct, Your Honor.
Okay. So I've got the paperwork up on Mr. Ring on the 49 case. Is that Mr. Ring in front of me?
Yes,
Mr. Ring, can you raise your right hand? Do you swear the testimony you're about to give me will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Put your hand down. I'm about to share my screen with you. All right. Is your name Brett Ring?
Yes, sir.
Are you the same Brett Ring who in this cause number 666-453, who's charged with the offense of driving while intoxicated as the first offense? Is that you?
Yes, sir.
In this case, it's possible that you could be punished anywhere from a minimum of 72 hours in jail up to a maximum of 6 months in jail. In addition, there's a fine possible anywhere from $0 to $2,000. Do you understand what you are charged with and what the possible punishment could be in your case?
Yes, sir.
I'm looking at a document entitled Defendant's Consent to Plead by Video that you've signed and that your attorney signed. When you signed this document, you told me that it was okay to do this by video. We do not have to do it in open court. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
I'm now looking at a document entitled Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights. And you have signed it and your attorney has signed it. Did you go over this document with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Did your attorney explain this document to you?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand it?
Yes.
Are you a citizen of this country, sir?
Yes, sir.
I'm now looking at a document on my screen that's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. And you have signed it and your attorney signed it. And when you signed this document, what you did was you told me, Judge, I understand that if my attorney makes a plea bargain agreement for me with the prosecutor, if you follow that plea bargain, I understand I will have no right of appeal. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
So then, to the offense of driving while intoxicated,
Your Honor, that's the wrong offense. It should be criminal trespass to a
I'm sorry.
habitation.
Am I on Brett Ring? Okay. Victoria, can you change that to criminal trespass and also change the classification on it
Yes, Judge.
to a B? All right. You're charged with criminal trespass. All right. Not driving while intoxicated. And for criminal trespass, that's only a Class B misdemeanor, and you can be punished anywhere from 0 days in jail up to 6 months in jail. And there's a fine from $0 to $2,000. Do you understand what you're charged with now in that case?
Yes, sir.
So then, to the offense of criminal trespass, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
And do you understand that on the plea of no contest, this court can still find you guilty?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody forced you to do this?
No, sir.
Besides any kind of plea bargain that your lawyer got for you, has anyone promised you anything in order to get you to do this?
No.
Are you doing this of your own free will?
Yes, sir.
Is there a plea bargain? Can I ask the state to please recite the plea bargain?
Yes, Your Honor, the agreement is for a $0 fine, court costs, 145 days in the Bear County Jail, credit for time served, time money to concurrent. We ask that this judgment be satisfied. We also be TIC in cause number 724023, and I sent that dismissal to you right now, Your Honor.
Okay. Is that your understanding of the plea bargain, Mr. White?
It is, Your Honor, but
And then do you agree to,
I thought he said the wrong case number, though. What
on
case?
well, on this case,
You're all three.
it's 716249, and that's a criminal trespass case.
That's the one. Okay.
Okay, and the one being taken into consideration is 724023. So again, is that your understanding of the plea bargain, Mr. White?
It is, Your Honor.
And do you agree to this, Mr. Ring?
Yes, I get time served and released
Yeah.
today. Is that true?
Yes, sir, you do.
Okay, thank you.
All right, then, sir, the court having heard you plead no contest, on that plea, the court finds you guilty. I follow the plea bargain. I sentence you to a $0 fine plus court costs. I sentence you to 145 days in the Bear County Jail. I give you credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent, judgment satisfied. Taken into consideration then will be cause number 724023. Now, if these are the only two cases holding you, you should be released sometime today, okay?
Okay.
Good luck to you, sir. Take
Thank you.
care. Thank you, Mr. White. You can be excused.
Judge,
Good.
Judge, it's Mona. The
Yeah.
clause number on the paperwork was wrong.
Okay, 1 minute. Let me go. I just sent that off, Mona.
Okay.
Victoria,
Yikes.
can you
Yes,
double
Judge.
check on that paperwork?
Okay, the
Seven one
case number?
six. It should be 716-249.
Okay,
What does that paperwork show you that I just sent you?
it said 666-453. I looked it up. It's just the old case of his.
Okay, so can you
Yeah.
change that cause number to 716-249?
Yes, I'll change it.
Okay, so that should correct the problem on it. Thank you for catching that.
Sure, Judge.
All right, now let me see. And then the other case that he has, 1 minute. He had the other one. I am going to trash that, whatever that one was. And then the dismissal I have. Let me make sure that I'm signing the right dismissal with the right cause number. 724-023 is the one that's being dismissed in consideration. Let me sign that.
Kristen.
Okay, so this is going to be
How you spell last name?
14.
Sustaslia? Kristen.
Sustasia.
Okay, so I've got all the paperwork down on him, so he should not be held up, hopefully. Okay, now I've done that. What have I got next on the pit parade here? Mr. White, is there something else I need to do for you?
No, Your Honor, I just was waiting for you to finish that.
Yeah, it's done.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day. You're excused.
We do some housekeeping, Judge, real quick.
Yeah.
Mrs. Sparks, are you ready, Miss Sparks? Excellent. Mr. Hunt, did you do both cases?
We're only pleading for
Oh,
one.
doing one case. Are you ready as well?
We're ready.
Okay, got it. Yes, Alex.
Hey, put Kelly in one, please.
Thank you. Mr. Barons, Judge Barons? Are we ready as well?
Yes, I'm sorry.
We are ready? Okay, got it. All right.
Okay, so who's next?
Brittany Sparks is next on Richard's Moyer.
Okay.
Two MTRs, Judge, on Miss Brittany Sparks case.
Okay, Ms. Sparks, is he pleading on both those MTRs?
Yes, Judge, he is.
Okay, so let me see. Let me pull up one of these.
Okay.
Richard Moyers, come on, Canales. Well, 1 minute, I'm having a brain freeze. I should be looking for Dylan Richard Moyer.
Bottom of the first page.
Yeah, I'm looking at it on my screen though. So hold on. Okay, I've got one on Dylan Richard Moyer, but I only have one, and that's on the 643-617. If I don't find the other one, then he could be held up on that. So I'm trying to figure that out. Ms. Sparks, I only have one set of paperwork on Moyer. Did you do two sets of paperwork on him?
Yes, Judge, we did.
I'm sending you a reminder, Judge, on the 2-6 case. So you have the 1-7. You need the 2-6.
Okay. Yeah, I got the 2-6 now. Okay.
There you go, Judge. Excellent.
All right. So then I will now go back to where I was. On the 1-7. Okay. Can we get Mr. Dylan Richard Moyers on the front of me? Sir, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear the testimony you're about to give me will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. Put your hand down. I'm about to share my screen with you. Okay. Is your name Dylan Richards Moyer?
Yes, sir.
Are you the same Dylan Richards Moyer who in cause number 643-617, who is currently on probation for criminal mischief? I'm assuming it's a class criminal mischief as a class B misdemeanor. Is that you?
Yes, sir.
And are you also the same Dylan Richards Moyers, who in cause number 669026, who in that case is also on probation, in that case for graffiti as a Class B misdemeanor. Is that you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In both these cases, you have filed documents entitled defendant's consent to video conference. And basically, and Ms. Sparks, you didn't sign this. Did you sign it on the other one?
Yes, Judge, this is the only spot. There was no box for me to sign, Judge.
Okay. Then you do consent to this being done by video, do you not?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Okay. When you guys sign this document, what you do in effect is you tell me that it's okay to do this by video. We don't have to do an open court. Is that right, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, so regular probations. On my screen now is a document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, which you have signed and your attorney has signed, and you've done this in both cases. And when you sign these rights of appeal documents, what you did was you told me that you understand that if I revoke your probation in these two cases, that your right of appeal is limited to the actual revocation of the probation, not the actual underlying conviction. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me sign this. Now, let me hold on. Let me see. The reason we're here is because there have been motions to revoke your probation filed in both of these cases. And I'm going to ask the prosecutor to read the allegation. I'm assuming it's the same in both cases. Is that right, Mr. Caballero?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm going to ask the prosecutor to read the alleged violations. I'm going to ask you to enter a plea after he reads them. Could you do that, sir, Mr. Prosecutor?
Yes, Your Honor. Violation of condition number 4. In Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Dylan Richards Moyer, did then and there fail to report to the BCCSCD for intake orientation on the 24th day of October, 2022, in violation of condition number 4. And as mentioned, Your Honor, it's the same violation for both cases.
All right. So in cause number 643617, were you on probation for criminal mischief? In that case, how do you plead, sir? True or not true?
True.
And in cause number 669026, we are on probation for graffiti. How do you plead? True or not true?
True.
Has anybody forced you to enter these pleas?
No, sir.
Besides the plea bargains that your lawyer may have gotten for you in these cases, besides that, anyone promised you anything in order to get you to do this?
No, sir.
You're entering these pleas of your own free will?
Yes, sir.
Is there a plea bargain in these cases? If it's the same, you can recite it once.
Yes, Your Honor, the agreement is the same. The agreement is to revoke him on both cases. A $0 fine, court costs, 17 days in the Bexar County Jail, credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent, and we ask that this judgment be satisfied.
Is that your understanding of the plea bargain in these cases, Ms. Sparks?
It is, Your Honor.
Do you agree to this, Mr. Richards Moyer?
Yes, sir.
Then, so the court having in cause number 643617, the court having heard you plead true to the motion to revoke, your probation is revoked. I follow the plea bargain, and I sentence you to a $0 fine plus court costs. I sentence you to 17 days in the Bexar County Jail. Give you credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent. The judgment is satisfied in this case. Hold on. Ms. Sparks, is that the correct amount on your voucher? It seems low. That's the reason I'm asking.
Yeah,
two
I thought it
cases.
seemed low, Judge, as well, but that was the line for the MTR.
Okay, Victoria, is that what she should be being paid for 2 probations? Or Terry?
I don't think so, Judge. If you go
I can
up, it's $100 for one, but I think you have to add the second one. But I'm not sure. I mean, you have to go up, Judge, so I can read it. I'm not too sure. She's got revoked, but if prior
Well, this is incorrect, I know, but if I don't sign it, it doesn't get done. So you have to, Victoria, can we just tear this up and she can send another voucher in?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, so I'm gonna sign this, but I understand that Terry's gonna send you another voucher.
Okay,
And if
Judge.
you find the correct amount, I'll sign it, okay?
Okay, Judge.
All right, so click that to sign. All right, now I still have to do one more piece of paperwork or else we'll get caught up in jail, so 1 minute. And that again is a reminder on Dylan. Here we go. Okay.
Hmm?
You can please on both or just one?
Yeah, I think 2. Am I supposed to plea on 2?
Yeah, if you've played on both of them, sir, already. And I'm on the second case right now, and on the second case that I'm on right now, and cause number 669026, you haven't pled true to the motion to revoke in that case. The court accepts your plea of true to the motion to revoke. Your probation is revoked. I follow the plea bargain. I sentence you to a $0 fine plus court costs. Sentence you to 17 days in the Bexar County Jail. Give you credit for time served, time and money. Current judgment is satisfied. Now, if these are the only cases holding you, you should be released sometime today. All right. Good luck to you, sir. Ms.
Yes,
Sparks,
sir.
you can be excused. Don't forget to send in that other voucher, though.
Yeah, I'm sending it to you now to fill out.
What's your name?
Dylan?
Okay, so then,
Release sometime today?
who's next, please?
Next is Mr. Hunt, Judge, and he's doing Yanez Francisco.
Okay, hold on. Let me find.
Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Yanez, let me find your paperwork on my screen. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear the testimony you're about to give me will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Go ahead and put your hand down. I got a message about Wi-Fi and not connecting on my screen. Terry, do you know anything about that?
It's just patchy Wi-Fi here, Judge. No, just keep on going. I still
'Cause
hear you.
my screen is not loading now on his paperwork.
All right. Just give it a, you're gonna have to give it a minute, Judge, for it to catch up.
May have to send Alex in here because I'm a total complete computer idiot.
You might have to refresh or something, Judge. Get out of it and refresh.
Yeah.
Okay, it's coming out now. All right.
Okay. You guys want
Okay, I
to-
got Mr. Yanez. I did swear you in, didn't I, Mr. Yanez? Mr. Yanez, did I swear you in already?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm about to share my screen with you. Just give me a minute to find my
Okay.
cursor.
And how about what I'll do then? I think we took notes that have your wife's email address.
Okay,
I'll
Mr. Yanez.
Yes.
email from mine.
I'm hearing somebody leaking over. Whoever it is, could you please mute yourself? Thank you. Is your name Francisco Yanez?
Yeah, that's me, sir.
Are you the same Francisco Yanez with this cause number?
Text it to his work cell phone.
Who is that, please? Did someone? Okay. Are you the same Francisco Yanez when this cause number 723-287, who is charged with?
Criminal trespassing.
Yeah. Victoria, there's no criminal charge here that's that's sent to. Whoever filled this out, what is the charge?
Trespassing. Actually, Judge, what's your SID, honest?
102-9739.
Okay. Okay. And cause number 723-287, sir. Are you the same Richard Yanez who in that cause number is charged with the offense of criminal trespass of property? Is that you?
Yes, sir.
This case is a Class B misdemeanor, and it's possible in this case that you can be punished anywhere from a minimum of 0 days in jail up to 6 months in jail. In addition, there's a fine possible anywhere from $0 to $2,000. You understand what you're charged with and what the possible punishment could be in your case?
Yes, sir. I understand what I'm charged with.
Okay. Victoria, could you please correct this document to show that it's charged as criminal trespass, not sent to?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. On my screen now, I'm looking at a document called Defendant's Consent to Plea by Video that you've signed and your lawyer signed. When you signed this, what you did was you told me that it was okay to do this by video. We don't have to do it in open court. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
I'm looking now at a document entitled Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights. And you have signed it and your attorney has signed it. Did you go over this document with your attorney?
Yes, sir. My attorney went everything over with me. He explained
And did he explain this document to you?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand it? You understand the document, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Are you a citizen of this country?
Yes, I am. I'm a U.S. citizen.
Now, I'm looking at a document on my screen that's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. You have signed it and your attorney signed it. When you signed this document, what you did was you told me, Judge, I understand that if my attorney makes a plea bargain agreement for me with the prosecutor, if you follow that plea bargain, I understand I will not have a right to appeal. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes.
So then, to the offense of criminal trespass, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest. Plea no contest.
And you understand that on the plea of no contest, the court can still find you guilty?
Yes.
Has anybody forced you to enter this plea?
Nope.
Besides the plea bargain that your lawyer got for you, besides that, anyone promised you anything in order to get you to do this?
Nope.
Are you entering your plea of your own free will?
My own free will.
Is there a plea bargain? Could I ask the state to please recite it if there is one?
Yes, Your Honor, the agreement is for a $0 fine, court costs, 17 days in the Bear County Jail, credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent, and we ask that this judgment be satisfied.
Is that your understanding of the plea bargain in this case, Mr. Hunt?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you agree with this, Mr. Yanez?
Yes, sir.
Then, Mr. Yanez, the court accepts your plea of no contest. On that plea, the court does find you guilty. I follow the plea bargain. I sentence you to a $0 fine plus court costs. I sentence you to 17 days in the Bear County Jail. I give you credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent. The judgment is satisfied. If this is the only case holding you, then you should be released sometime today. Can't tell you exactly when that will be, but it should be sometime today. All right?
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you,
Good
James.
luck to you, sir.
Thank
And
you.
Mr. Hunt, you can be excused if that's the only thing that was keeping you here.
He's sometime.
Okay. So what have I got next?
Mr. Behrens is next, Judge, on Apaya. Got 3 cases. I don't know if we're going on all 3.
Okay, Apez. I've got 2 on my screen. I've got a 179 and then I have a 571. Is the 901 case being taken into consideration, Bob? Oh, Bob Behrens. Bob Behrens.
Yes, Judge.
Your Honor,
Aye.
the case that I have that's gonna be taken into consideration is 726-179.
726-179.
Yes.
Okay, so let me see. Well, I have that on my screen as not being taken into consideration. Boy, this morning has been a complete ring circus. The 2 cases I have, does it matter
It
which
doesn't
one is
mat-
being taken into consideration or not?
It doesn't matter to me, as long, just tell me which one
Okay.
is, he's not, which one he didn't get paperwork for, and we'll TIC that one, that's fine.
Okay, because right now I'm doing
Should have paperwork
Burns.
on 179 and 571.
Right now, I've got paperwork on my screen for pleas for on 179 and on 571.
Okay.
That means that 901 to be taken into consideration. Is that okay with you, Bob?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so let's do it that way then.
The voucher is on 01, Judge, so I'm gonna send Mr. Barron's a voucher, Judge.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I don't really have a voucher, so.
Okay, so I'm going to bring up the 179 case. Okay, can we get Mr. Apayez on the screen, please?
Apayez is there.
Mr. Apayez, can you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear the testimony you're about to give me will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you. Put your hand down. I'm about to share my screen with you. Okay. Is your name Abel Apayez?
Yes.
Are you the same Abel Apayez who in this cause number 726-179 who's charged with the offense of criminal trespass of property? Is that you?
Yes.
What the hell?
Are you also the same Abel Apayez when cause number 725-571 who's charged with the offense of criminal trespass of property in that other case?
Yes.
Is that you?
Yes.
Okay. These two cases are criminal trespass cases, and it's possible in these two cases that you could be punished anywhere from a minimum of 0 days in jail up to 6 months in jail. In addition, there's a fine possible in each case anywhere from $0 to $2,000. Do you understand what you're charged with in both these two cases and what the possible punishment could be in both these two cases?
Yes.
Okay. I'm looking at a document entitled Defendant's Consent to Plead by Video that you have signed and your attorney has signed. You have filed this document in both cases. You've signed it in both cases. When you signed this document, what you did was you told me that it was okay to do this by video. We don't have to do it in open court. Is that right?
Yes.
Sir, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm looking now at a document entitled Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights. And you have filed this in both cases. You have signed it in both cases. Your attorney has signed it in both cases. Did your attorney go over these documents with you in both these cases?
Yes.
And do you understand? And did he explain these documents to you?
Yes.
And do you understand them?
Yes.
Are you a citizen of this country?
Yes.
I'm now looking at a document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. And you have filed this in both cases. You have signed it in both cases, and so is your attorney. When you signed these documents, what you did was you told me, Judge, I understand that if my attorney makes plea bargain agreements for me in these cases, if you follow those plea bargains, I understand I will not have a right to appeal.
Yeah.
Do you understand that, sir?
Yes.
So then, to the offense of criminal trespass and cause number 726-179, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Not guilty.
Okay, let's try that again. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Okay. And then in cause number 725-571 to the offense of criminal trespass, how do you plead in that case? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
And you understand that on pleas of no contest, the court can still find you guilty. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody forced you to enter these pleas?
No.
Besides the plea bargains that your lawyer got for you, besides that, has anyone promised you something in order to get you to do this?
No.
Are you entering your pleas of your own free will?
Yes.
Is there a plea bargain? And if it's the same, we can do it once. Otherwise, we can do it separately.
Yes, it is the same, Your Honor. The agreement is for a $0 fine, court costs, 11 days in the Bexar County Jail, credit for time served, time and money from concurrent. We ask that the judge will be satisfied. And we also be taking cause number 724-901.
Is that your understanding of the plea bargain, Mr. Burns?
Yes.
And do you agree to this, Mr. Apayez?
Yes.
And Mr. Apayez, We'll do these one at a time. In cause number 726-179, the court having heard you plead no contest. On that plea, the court finds you guilty. I follow the plea bargain. I sentence you to a $0 fine plus court costs. I sentence you to 11 days in the Bexar County Jail. Give you credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent. The judgment is satisfied. Okay, I've done one case. Now I've got to do the other case. So hold on a minute. Now doing the 7-1 case. Okay. Give me a minute to fill this out. Okay, so then cause number 72571, you've pled no contest in that case as well. In that case, the court accepts your plea no contest. I follow the plea bargain. I sentence you to a $0 fine plus court costs. I sentence you to 11 days in the Bexar County Jail. Give you credit for time served, time and money run concurrent, judgment satisfied. Taken into consideration will be cause number 724-901. I'll ask the prosecutor to please send me that dismissal for the end of the Zoom meeting today.
I already sent it over, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. And you should be, if these are the only cases holding you, you should be released sometime today, sir. Okay?
Okay.
Good luck to you. Take care. All right, hold on 1 minute.
He stopped now.
And I'm signing the dismissal on the Apayes right now. And Barron, you may be excused. Thank you. Make sure you send that voucher. All right?
Really well. I think she sent it. I didn't see one in the packet, so I'll do it.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay, I've done everything on that bias, so I got the 2 cases and this is the dismissal. Okay. So what's next, please?
Judge Kelly Fernandez is next on, is it Sustarita?
Okay. Sustaita has got 2 cases.
Right.
Is it a plea on both cases? What's going on?
On both, Judge, to run concurrent.
Okay, so she's pleading on both cases. Okay. One's a discharging a firearm, one's unlawful carrying a weapon. The unlawful carrying a weapon is an A. The discharging a firearm, is that a B? I think it
I
is.
believe it's an A, Judge, but don't quote me on that.
Okay, let me quote the prosecutor, Ms. Caballero.
1 second, Your Honor, let me check.
Okay.
Yes, freedom.
It is in fact an A.
It is an A? Oh, so they're both A's. Okay, good. Then I don't have to admonish them, but on one of these. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, admonish her, excuse me. Miss Susteta, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear the testimony you're about to give me will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Put your hand down. I'm about to share my screen with you. Okay. You see the screen, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Is your name Kristen Susteta?
Yes, sir.
Are you the same Kristen Susteta who in this cause number 720-975, who's charged with the offense of unlawfully carrying a weapon? Is that you?
Yes, sir.
And are you also the same Christian Susteta who in cause number 720-974, who in that cause number is charged with the offense of discharging a firearm in a municipality? Is that you?
Yes, sir.
Both these cases are Class A misdemeanors, and it's possible in both these cases that you can be punished anywhere from a minimum of 0 days in jail up to 1 year in jail. In addition, there's a fine possible anywhere from $0 to $4,000. Do you understand what you're charged with in both these cases and what the possible punishment could be in both these cases?
Yes, sir.
I'm looking at a document on my screen entitled Defendant's Consent to Plea by Video, and you have filed it in both cases, you have signed it in both cases, and your attorney signed it in both cases. When you signed this document, what you did was you told me that it was okay to do this by video. We don't have to do an open court. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
I'm looking at a document entitled Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights, and it's been filed in both cases. You have signed it in both cases, and your attorney has signed it in both cases. Did you go over these documents with your attorney in both these cases?
Yes, sir.
Did your attorney explain these documents to you?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand them?
Yes, sir.
Are you a citizen of this country?
Yes, sir.
I'm now looking at a document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, and you have filed this in both cases. You have signed this document in both cases, so is your attorney. When you signed these documents, what you did was you told me, Judge, I understand that if my attorney makes plea bargain agreements for me in these cases, if you follow those plea bargains, I understand I will not have a right to appeal in these cases. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
So then, in cause number 720-975 to the offense of unlawful carrying a weapon, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
In cause number 720-974, where you're charged with discharging a firearm in a municipality, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
And you understand that on a plea of no contest, the court can still find you guilty.
Yes, sir.
Has anybody forced you to enter these pleas?
No, sir.
Besides the plea bargain that your lawyer got for you in these cases, has anyone, besides that, anyone promised you anything in order to get you to do this?
No, sir.
You're doing this of your own free will in both these cases.
Yes, sir.
Is there a plea bargain in these cases? If it's the same, you can do it once.
Yes, Your Honor, the agreement is the same. It is a $600 fine, court costs, 100 days in the Bexar County Jail, credit for time served, time in my term concurrent.
Hold on. Let's go back a little bit. Is this going to be JSATs or is it going to be probation cases?
It's JSAT.
So why are we doing a $600 fine?
That's just what the prosecutor put in here.
Oh, that's baloney. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, you're baloney. Just tell that prosecutor that Jessica Canales told you that was just a baloney offer. All right, we're just going to make it a $0 fine plus court costs. If she wants to make a political statement, she can do it later. All right, not on my time. I'm having a hard morning, but I'm taking that on you. But you can tell her that that's just baloney. All right, so it's going to be a $0 fine plus court costs, 100 days, credit for time served, find the time to run concurrent, and is the judgment satisfied in both these cases?
Judgment satisfied in both these cases. There's also a motion to destroy the weapon.
Okay. Is that your understanding of the plea bargain in these cases, Ms. Fernandez?
It is, Judge.
Okay. And would you like lettuce and tomato on that bologna sandwich as well?
I would, Judge.
All right, Mr. Staita, do you agree to this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then, Mr. Staita, the court accepts your plea of no contest. On that plea, the court, in cause number 720-975, where you're charged with the unlawful carrying case. In that case, the court accepts your plea of no contest. I follow the plea bargain. I sentence you to a $0 fine plus court costs. I sentence you to 0 days. I'm sorry, not 0 days. I sentence you to 100 days in the Bexar County Jail. I give you credit for time served, time and money run concurrent, and the judgment is satisfied. I've done one case. I got to do one more, or else you could be caught up. So just be patient with me while I pull up the other case. And I'm pulling up the 7-4 case.
Yes, he is. Carlos no está yet.
So where's he at? That's in the guy running.
He's probably outside.
How many are there? God damn, so this guy's out there too? Hey, right, right. That guy's out there too? And that guy?
Okay, then in cause number 720-974, we charged with the discharge in a firearm case. In that case, the court accepts your plea no contest. On that plea, the court does find you guilty. I follow the plea bargain. I sentence you to a $0 fine plus court costs. I sentence you to 100 days Bear County Jail. Give your credit for time served. Time of money run current. Judgment satisfied. I'm also going to destroy the weapon. I should have done it in the other case as well. Victoria, could you please mark it in the other case as well?
Yes, Judge.
If these are the only cases holding you, you should be released sometime today, ma'am. Okay?
Okay.
Good luck to you. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
All right. Take care.
Thank you, Judge.
And Miss Fernandez, you can be excused as well. Happy Valentine's Day to you.
You too.
All right, now.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. Oh no, the dreaded interpreter on Valentine's Day. Oh
On
no.
Valentine- That's your Valentine's, okay?
Did you bring chocolate? If you didn't bring chocolate, you can just
Yes,
excuse
I
yourself
did.
right
Look,
now.
yes, I did. I have chocolate.
Okay.
All right,
One
Judge.
minute.
One last plea to do. Crawford, Judge Maverick.
Crawford. You want the misdemeanor?
Crawford Maverick. Let me see. Oh, that's going to be on Vinton, Mr. Vinton. Mr. Vinton. Poor Mr. Vinton was here earlier than anybody else and had to wait till the very last to get his case done. I'm sorry, Mr. Vinton.
No problem.
Let me first of all, let me clean up my screen here a minute, and I'm looking now. Crawford Maverick Crawford. Is he going to be pleading on both cases?
He is, Judge.
And is it going to be? Are these JSATs or probation cases?
They're JSAT, Judge.
They're JSATs. Okay, so the terroristic threat, I'm assuming, is a B, and the theft under 100 is an enhanced case is a B as well, is it not?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, so let me see. Let me pull up the 26th, and I'll do that.
I got faith in you. Told you we're doing something.
Okay, so Mr. Crawford, can you raise your right hand for me?
Come here.
Do you swear the testimony you're about to give me will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes. This thing's still done.
Thank you. Put your hand down. I'm about to share my screen with you. Okay, do you see the screen, sir?
Yes, sir. You have the key?
Is your name Maverick Crawford?
Yes, sir.
Are you the same Maverick Crawford who in this cause number 725-726, who's charged with the offense?
Go, sir. You're right.
Mr. Crawford?
Yes, sir.
Are you the same Maverick Crawford who in this cause number 725-726, who's charged with the offense of terroristic threats?
Yes, sir.
Now, on my screen here, it says terroristic threats with causing fear of imminent serious bodily injury. Does that make it an A, Mr. Caballero?
Let me check, Your Honor. Give me 1 second.
Who's Carlos Gonzalez?
I have it here that it is a B.
It's a B. Okay. This case is a Class B misdemeanor. It's possible in this case that you can be punished anywhere from a minimum of 0 days in jail up to 6 months in jail. In addition, there's a fine possible anywhere from $0 to $2,000. Do you understand the range of punishment on your terroristic threats case?
Yes, sir.
Are you also the same Maverick Crawford who in cause number 725-725, who in that case is charged with the offense of theft under $100 as an enhanced case? Is that you in that case?
Yes, sir.
That case is also a Class B misdemeanor, and it's possible in that case also that you could be punished anywhere from a minimum of 0 days in jail up to 6 months in jail, and there's a fine anywhere from $0 to $2,000 possible. Do you understand what you're charged with in that case and what the possible punishment could be in that case?
Yes, sir.
Looking at a document now entitled Defendant's Consent to Plea by Video, and you have filed this in both cases, you have signed it in both cases, and so is your attorney. And when you signed this document, you told me that it was okay to do this by video. We don't have to do it in open court. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
I'm looking now at a document that's entitled Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights. And you have signed it and your attorney has signed it. You filed this document in both cases. You've signed it in both cases. So is your attorney. Did you go over these documents with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Did your attorney explain these documents to you?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand them?
Yes, sir.
Are you a citizen of this country, sir?
Yes, sir.
I'm now looking on my screen at a document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. And you filed this in both cases. You've signed it in both cases, and so is your attorney. And when you signed these documents, what you did was you told me, Judge, I understand that if my attorney makes a plea bargain agreement for me in these cases, if you follow those plea bargains, I understand I will not have a right to appeal. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
So then, in cause number 725-726, where you charge with terroristic threats, in that case, how do you plead, sir? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Okay, let's look at your paperwork one more time. How do you plead, sir? Guilty,
Oh.
not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
All right. And then in cause number 725, where you charge with theft under $100 as an enhanced case, in that case, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
And you understand that on pleas and no contest, the court can still find you guilty.
Yes.
Has anybody forced you to enter these pleas?
No.
Besides the plea bargains that your lawyer got for you, besides that, anyone promised you anything in order to get you to do this?
No.
Are you entering your pleas of your own free will?
On free will.
Is there a plea bargain in these cases? Could I ask the state to please recite it? If it's the same, you can just do it once.
Yes, Your Honor, the agreement is for a $0 fine, court costs, 28 days in the Bear County Jail, credit for time served, time in my term current. We ask that this judgment be satisfied, and it is in fact the same for both cases.
And is that your understanding of the plea bargain in these cases, Mr. Vinton?
It is, Judge.
And then do you agree to this, Mr. Crawford?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Crawford, doing one of these one at a time. In cause number 725-726, where you're charged with the terroristic threats, in that case, the court having heard you plead no contest, on that plea, the court finds you guilty. I follow the plea bargain. I sentence you to a $0 fine plus court costs. I sentence you to 28 days in the Bear County Jail. I give you credit for time served, time and money run current. The judgment is satisfied. I've done one case. Now I've got to do the next case. So hold on 1 minute. Mr. Crawford. On. Okay, in cause number 725, where you charged with theft under $100 as an enhanced case. In that case, the court, having heard you plead no contest, on that plea, the court finds you guilty. I do follow the plea bargain. I sentence you to a $0 fine plus court costs. I sentence you to 28 days in the Bear County Jail. Give you credit for time served, time and money run current. Judgment is satisfied. Now, if these are the only cases holding you, sir, you should be released sometime today. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Good luck to you.
Thank
Take
you.
care. And Mr. Vinton, thank you so much for being patient with us today and for the long wait. Appreciate it.
No problem, Judge. May I be excused?
You can be excused. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, now let me catch up on my paperwork. Just a minute. We're going to start on the bonds now. Is that right?
Hang on.
Okay.
No, you're.
So somebody needs to say the magic words.
Turn off YouTube.
I'm turning off YouTube.
And let us out.
So happy Valentine's Day, ladies.
Happy
This is my
Valentine's
Valentine's Day
Day.
gift to you. I'm letting